Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to the Hayseed night.
No. I need a bath, Adder. A long, warm bath for my health. Besides, it's a well-known fact that people get their best ideas while they're bathing. Though I'm sure you can't relate.
Hey now! You've been hip-deep in muck today! You don't get to make fun of me no more!
That's the thing about filth. Some of us actually rinse it off.
Yeah, there's some banter here.
See? Even your boss thinks you could use more.
Yeah, right! She's one to talk!
Oh yeah, the towel thing.
It's been a very long day.
No, it ain't the beast what's nagging me right now.
And that's a bad thing. Lighten up a little, dear. I'm sure Aina will be more than capable of arranging something for us if it turns out we are taking a bath on private property. It means you'll get to hit people very hard today if they bother us.
Alright, one gazelle stretching her legs, one deer anxiously glancing at the entrance, and one smith desperately trying to hide her face from the rest of the world.
So, tell me, Adder, is forcing your boss to take a bath part of your...
It's a mantle I took up when I got tired of seeing her covered in soot every day. Hillegrab says her dyes used to last months before I showed up. Whose fault is it, huh? Who likes hopping in the mud every time it rains? Oh, yes, it's you.
Oh, no, please. Continue. I have no intention of getting into whatever that was.
Hey, don't make it sound weird.
Like this.
What?
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I was fully expecting you'd see her body and immediately say something like, do you prefer either word, Aina?
No way. I've seen chess before.
Mine doesn't count.
I wasn't counting yours.
I'm afraid not everyone can wear a cup like yours.
No, hold up. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying.
And what could that possibly be?
Like you didn't know the answer to that question.
Oh, I'm not the one who's wondering.
Sip, come on. Quit messing with us already.
If you're so worried about our schedule, why don't you go and get a head start?
You know what? I will.
Good for you.
Okay, so Adder's going to wash their clothes, right?
Sip, if I didn't know you any better, I'd say you're delaying us on purpose.
On the contrary, I'm maximizing our possibilities of survival. He won't take me seriously when I encounter him if I look anything less than perfect.
Aren't you a little bit worried he may not care a whole lot about your looks after everything that happened today?
Of course not. I don't dress to impress the people who love me.
Sticks and stones.
You should have really let me buy you new clothes when you had the chance.
Yeah, well, I would have fancier stains to wash off then.
Wait, what does that mean? Adder, quick! I need—
It means I'm a dumbass who don't even know where his eye is anymore.
Alright.
There. Be gentle with my skirt, dear. Silk is very delicate.
Yeah, had her do everything as usual.
Well, thank you kindly for manipulating temperature for me, darling. What? You didn't like my impression? You're all right. Everything is, well, you're here with us now, so it's about as good as it could be. Focus on that. I'm not great at this, am I? I'm sorry. If you're looking for a hug or something, you're going to have to ask. Amazing. You really are immune to my fire, aren't you?
What in the name of oblivion y'all talking about? Fire? Did I hear that right?
Calm down. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I mean, I don't think I could to begin with.
I don't give a darn what you were trying. You and I are gonna have a chat on a little something called consent when we're done here, Missy. You all right, boss? You hurt anywhere?
Aww.
She's fine, okay?
So what?
An alteration in your connection to the Hatsa, remember? That's how offensive Sephihet works. You can't just grab a rock and curse it. It doesn't have blood or any adequately prepared vessel to form a connection, right? The only living creatures that are not connected to the Hatsa and are therefore immune to alterations are plants. But does she look like a Makadar to you?
You ain't making a lick of sense, Sep.
Have we had this discussion before, or is this new? Something different resulting in me making different choices this time?
When I found Aina back in the brig, she was completely lifeless. And I don't mean that figuratively at her. She was a literal rock until I fixed that. I'm not sure of what she is, but she's not alive in the same way you or I are.
I think I kind of remember something like this.
You're starting to sound like Bearbeth.
I hate to say this, but that's because he's right. Not about the golem part, of course. That's just nonsense. An object with an artificial bond would simply stop functioning if untethered, not disappear from everyone's memories. She must be a living being somehow.
She could have told you that. Sorry.
So here's the real kicker. She's not dead, and she is not alive. However, her whole sentience relies on the life essence provided to her, in the same way we rely on vegetal sustenance to keep us alive. If my deduction is correct, Aina's life force wouldn't be something organic or intrinsic, but rather applied to her and refillable. She's like a cursed mosquito, essentially. Before existing, she can recreate connections through the bloodstream.
What?
Okay, that may be too difficult. Let's go back to the facts. I deduced that the only way to wake her up would be sharing a bond with her. But try as I may, I could not form a new connection that would let me tether some of my own energy to her.
Okay, look, I gave up trying to understand this whole thing like 2 minutes ago, but that sounds to me like maybe you should try to take it easy with all the bond and stuff.
It just means that someone was dead set on protecting her from anyone else's influence. So I had to find a way to provide my own life force to refill whatever powers her connection to the Hatsa and wake her up again without a bond. She's not alive. She's not a golem. She functions like a golem, meaning she needs external power to exist. Someone powered her up. That someone didn't want anyone else doing the same. But her source of power was broken. She needed power again.
Oh, a huge bite mark on Sep's arm.
So I made her bite me.
Why would you do such a thing?
I was all out of options, and I figured the sharp teeth had to have a functional purpose, obviously. It's called science, Adder. Look it up.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? Why didn't you tell me? You could have...
Because I knew you would act like this. Don't you get it? I brought her back to life. I brought you into my own mind. I even managed to channel your thoughts without having to say a single word to persuade you. And this is barely the beginning. Who knows what else I could achieve through these powers? What we could learn from creatures like her. If I could only find out how the beasts managed to deactivate her in the first place.
Have we seen this before? I'm kind of alternating between thinking we have seen it and thinking we haven't.
You really do sound like Bearbeth.
Aw. Okay, so Sepp is wondering about Aina.
Always the hero, Adderson of the higher field, protector of lost causes, defender of what needs not be defended. Funny that. He really seems to care a lot about you.
What's all the whispering for, Sepp?
So how much does she know about our thing?
Sepp, please. You know me. I'd never tell no one nothing at all.
I meant about the reminders that our own little bout with science left on your body. But we're all ears if you have something you want to share with the room. No? Then I take it she's well aware then of all the nights we spent dining together in my room? Of your promise to entertain me at the risk of indebting yourself to me for life? Of your oh-so-moving proposal?
She didn't need to.
I see. So the noble-hearted Sir Adderson had the gall to swear his eternal love and allegiance to me while keeping my existence a secret from his sweetheart.
Say what? No, I wasn't keeping you a secret from her. Specifically.
But you don't deny your feelings towards her. You just so casually forgot to mention that you spent all of Dawn-soon begging someone to untie your sash. I had a feeling that may be the case.
Say your piece, ma'am.
I didn't think you'd have it in you to cheat on anyone, Adder.
Ilgrab roped you into this or what? I wasn't cheating with you, or on you, or whatever it is you're trying to spin this into. I ain't courting Aina. I saw no reason to tell her who I was dining with.
Those horns you were having for dinner, you mean?
Now that's not... Where the hell is this coming from, Sip? I thought you said I didn't owe you any explanations.
And you don't. We established that much. But there's a third person in this room. Did she agree to any of this? Were you so scared she would let everyone know you're a horn eater somehow?
Well, no. Of course not. I just...
Aw, did that fluster you? You should know by now I don't care either way, Adder. My business is a discreet one. I just delight in seeing you writhe under the weight of your own self-righteousness sometimes. There you have it, Cabbage Head. He may be a liar and a coward, but for what it's worth, he loves you with all of his cheating heart.
I told you, it ain't like that. My conscience is clear as a sunny day, Missy. I ain't scared of what Aina thinks, because I know she don't give a friggin' bell pepper what it is I do with my life after work. Right, Aina? There ain't nothing between us.
If there's nothing between you at all, then it should be fine if I do this, right?
Oh, this I do remember.
Yes! Feed me!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to do that after all? Ah, I see. So you did want to keep that kiss for yourself. It's okay. Here, you can have it.
Yeah, I do remember this too.
Yes! No.
That's all the reaction I'm getting? How can you both be so useless? No wonder you're so convinced there's nothing between you. I prided myself in being a better teacher than this, Adder. Wouldn't you like to share with Aina a bit of what you've learned? Or shall we go over the lessons together one last time, as a reminder?
That sounded like the front door.
Oh, right. This.
Hey, I smell a lot of soap. Someone's been fooling around here.
Yeah, I remember this too.
No trespassers? But the lock wasn't busted or anything. It's gotta be one of the new peeps.
What are those thugs doing here? Didn't you...
It was! I mean, it was supposed to be.
Hina, it's your time to shine. Do something.
I don't think it's them you ought to be worrying about.
Fine. Go keep those thugs entertained.
So, Adder goes and has a chat. And I kind of remember this going better than he anticipates it will.
Well! If it ain't Talkman and Darbon shaking up the shack.
Oh, it was someone new after all. You startled us, you naughty beanpole.
Oh, pfft, nothing much. Usual mom stuff, if you can believe it.
Oh, sounds fun. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of busy right...
Tisk. This is why I hate the discreet guys. Talk about ego. At least you had the decency to say hi. You new around the area?
No, I've been surviving uphill for a year and a bit.
You pulling on my leg? No. You ski off, lad, for reals? Save my horns for tinder. I ain't tried to mug you since you was this big.
That's right. The fat row was here.
For shame.
Why, thank you kindly. Now I think I look better too, but a stag's gotta love himself where he can, and...
If I'd known you was gonna turn out like this, I would've cut you some slack.
I keep telling you, you can't rob every cute buck dry.
If they can't even wrestle a knife out of my hands, I wants nothing to do with them.
Oh, so you two are... And this is the sort of place where y'all... Oh, what the hey? I've eaten my fair share of horns already.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. That's very kind of you.
Ha! He's ski off's lad, all right.
No. He did. But he mentioned a curse and...
Ah, yeah. The curse.
Ooh, him?
Ask Geoff's lad, will ya? For shame.
For sure. I mean, you know why Geoff is so well known around Slander, right?
Because he can't afford to be anywhere else?
Nay, the lad loves it here.
That crazy stumpy mushroom just sprouted up in Slander one day with his... He lived his life so carefreely that a lot of us felt kind of inspired.
You saying Mr. Bard started this?
No, of course not.
In more ways. It's how it is, yeah? Lots of bad things happening in Slander, but we got enough to deal with. Go telling people how to lead their lives. We may be crud, the bunch of us, but we keeps an eye out for those that got nowhere to feel home.
Well, some of us still adore having this little bit of privacy, though.
And big hunks of bulky meat. Loads of those in rough places.
I never realized this place had so much life, I guess.
Oh, this beanpole! You're secretly a poet, aren't you?
Aye, find a whole lot of stuff to eat. You'll become the cream of the crops of Slander.
Aw.
Hey, speaking of eating, I'm afraid one of my friends is gonna get a good bite if I don't run back soon. But
of course, dear. Take as much time as you need.
Don't be a stranger, lad.
I sure will. Wait, what?
Okay, so Adder gets back to Aina and Sepp.
All right, I'm here. Please don't be... Dead? What?
Oh, Adder. I don't think you're old enough to hear about it.
Don't think I can't tell what you're trying to do. And let me tell you, it ain't working.
I'm not trying anything.
Well, I'm real curious about getting the hell out of here.
I'm not going to get a rise out of you this time, I see. Aina? Now, do a handstand and somersault.
All right already, I got the idea. Quit doing the magic voice thing.
No, you haven't seen the important part. Aina, good job. Who's a good girl? Oh, are you going to act all coy now that your boyfriend is here?
Hey, that's our thing.
Yeah, I remember this.
You sure you're okay with this?
I don't know what happened. She went from trying to drown me to being at my beck and call.
Yeah, she could be a little bit like that.
You can just see for yourself if you don't believe me.
It ain't like I don't want to believe you, ma'am.
Who knows? Maybe I really fried her mind when I let her eat me.
Bite! Bite! Let her bite you!
Because it bothers you. Why else? Won't you let me bother you both?
Bother us! Gee, Sam, like you.
Are you really going to ignore me twice and then crawl back when we're alone? You don't have to choose every time, Adder.
All right, that's it. Time out. This ain't no time to be talking or kissing or any other ends you got.
So when will it be? You want to spend our time wisely? Then
Focus on the situation at hand. Right, boss? It ain't like we got them self-denials or any of that radish stew you're trying to feed us.
I'm not trying to... Fine, you're hopeless. Hold her hand for me. That's all I ask.
Just holding hands?
I promise. You do still remember how I feel about promises, right? Your form is unorthodox, to say the least, but it will do.
Do we have to do...
Indulge me.
I'm thinking one of these shovels would be enough to scoop her up.
Gods, I know. And how does that make you feel?
Good. Embarrassed.
Great breakthrough. I asked you a question.
Quit it, Sep. You know she can't give you an answer.
It's a yes or no question.
Well, she don't gotta answer you.
I suppose that's true.
Oh, and you're an expert on fairness now.
You're the one who taught me that, you clodpole.
She can't.
But you can, no!
She can't let me know what she don't think to begin with.
Okay, so they're underwater now for some privacy, I guess.
I don't care if she's a beast, a doe, or a dehorned gazelle, Adder. Eka talks about Aina like she was her sun, her stars, and Baitatse itself. Trust me, I know. Mom used to talk about me that way. I have no idea how long one of their cycles is supposed to be, but seeing how feeble Aina's connection to the world is, there should be no way any of them could remember her past a couple of days. Not unless they were being actively reminded. I'm trying to get close and wear her down for a reason.
Look, Sep, you're real smart and I'm not.
That's the thing. You see her every day. You don't have to remember anything. This is not the time to lull on loyalties anymore. Fine. Have it your way. Show me I taught you better than we both thought.
Boss, you know I love you, right? I'm told I'm real darn fond of secrets for how much I talk. I always thought loving meant caring. Wanting someone special to be well all the time. To be that perfect little shine in your eyes. Sep here made me realize that when you live pretending someone's perfect and everything's fine in the world because you're together, you're not looking at what's in front of you. I'm sorry, boss. I've really tried my best to let it be. To make like I couldn't notice when things were out of place. But this whole thing is a lot. It's way too much. It's way, way, way past that. We're all in danger. Or at least, me and Sep are. I love you. And I know somewhere down there, you love me too.
I mean, I can't remember which one I chose last time. Aina can't really answer questions that aren't yes or no questions. So I don't think asking her, "What are you?" would lead to anywhere. Oh, unless she could, like, pantomime it. Are you a beast?
Are you a beast, Aina? You don't know either?
She's not quite telling the truth, but it doesn't seem like she's lying.
Is Pertok still your dad?
So wait, is the patron your pa for real, or?
What in the name of the Hatsa is for real supposed to mean here?
I don't know, maybe she's adopted, or…
And what's that to you?
Right.
Is Eka your sister?
So I'm gathering you really knew the beasts then. So you're a beast too then?
Not necessarily.
Say what? Why are you replying for her now?
Because you're making stupid assumptions about how families work.
Who else? Oh, yeah. This is probably like the only question that Aina can answer, right? I mean, she can probably do some pantomime. Did you know about the attack?
When we were alone, Eka said you'd asked to get me on board. You really did know about this whole thing.
I think I chose you poor thing last time. I kinda don't want to accuse her or be mad at her. I'm going to go with you poor thing again.
That's fine. There wasn't no way you could've… Yeah, I bet they were just dragging you along. What is it? If you know something, you gotta tell us. Yes, I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was thinking. You tried it your way at her. Now step aside.
What did I say? Hands off.
We need to know what she's hiding.
She gotta choose to share with us.
And we suddenly have all the time in the world for that.
I'm not…
I didn't just escape getting burned in a steak to get roasted for a feast.
Leave Aina alone!
Aww.
I should have realized sooner.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing at all. Let's just leave it here. I don't want either of you exploding.
Oh, right. Geoff.
What?
Of all the malfunctioning hunks of metal in the world!
Wait, what? What do you mean, defeat us? Didn't you hate each other?
Oh, Hirab. Don't tell me you ran bragging to him.
No need! I can feel the heat in the air!
That was steam, Geoff.
Steam? Steam? I should have let them steam you in the trial this morning! Backstabber! Traitor! A fine friend you are!
Oh, you have any of those left?
Sure he does. He's got me, and I can promise you that Seb got no clue we knew each other at all. See, turns out I met her like a year ago, and I kind of helped her, and then we met again in the slums, and she offered to tell my fortune, and…
Fortune teller, yes, and I'm a gardener. In my many years working with tools, I've learned to call a spade, and a hoe.
And yet you still have the gall to call yourself both a bard and my brother.
Easy now, you two. That's not how bros should talk to each other.
Good thing we're not siblings then.
Oh, how I wisheth that were true! Then I wouldn't have to bear the need of removing my eyes for having witnessed such a scene! Ugh!
Always the drama queen.
You, of all people, should not be talking about queens, honey!
Then you should not be lecturing me on who I lay with. Or are you just jealous I got to him first?
Oh, it's on, you little…
Can you two shut your snouts for 1 second? Geoff, we got something real important to tell you. So how about we all take a nice, deep breath and calm down for her.
Calm down! You should have thought of that before taking my sister to bed!
I wouldn't have even looked in her direction if I'd known that. I mean, to be fair, it hasn't happened once since I found out.
This was a recurring thing? No, don't tell me, I don't!
Please. You shouldn't even need to ask.
If I'm asking, it's precisely because I know you, Omaseptut.
I wasn't trying anything. I'm only here because I wanted to help.
Help? Help who? Help me become an uncle?
Stuff a sock in it, Gyoff. You ain't got the foggiest idea what Sep's been going through.
Oh, and you think she's bared her soul to you?
I burned him. On purpose.
You even gave him your name.
You think we should tell him now?
Tell me what? And you say you've seen all of this happen, and it wasn't just a figment of Adder's imagination.
They were real, Gyoff.
And they were hungry.
Okay.
All right, that's as good of an excuse as any to finally turn a page in the story of our lives.
Whoa, hold on, Bard. You're running like a scalded ain't here.
Adder, my lad, what kind of self-respecting bard would leave his best friend alone in his darkest hour?
So what's the actual reason?
Can't you see, you hoofhead? The city is brimming with beasts, and you're eloping with a knight's fiancé. Yes, you can come along too, you piece of junk. So, how does Deldybrew sound? Too swampy? Oishet, how about we go touring the western limits instead?
But it ain't like you're just fixing to sneak out, right?
Like ships in the night, Adder dearest.
And what will I tell him then?
Sep, tell your boy toy that we have to leave right now.
Which one did I go for last time? We can still fix this. Or I can't lose everything. I can't remember. Let's go with I can't lose everything.
You can do whatever you want. I'm not leaving.
My ass you're not. I'll drag you out by the tail if I have to.
Excuse me? You're the one who abandoned me with that woman. I fought tooth and nail to make a name for myself in this city. I will give up on my life now to chase you.
Breaking news, Butter Rolls. You won't get to survive your resentment if you stay.
That's easy for you to say. You don't have anything to lose. But I'm this close to achieving everything I have ever aspired to. One stupid misunderstanding away from being invited into Heirloom's court.
And just what do you think will happen then? You plan on raising Elbar's fawns and sitting quietly in a fancy room, waiting for him to come back every night?
I plan on doing whatever and whoever I need to get the respect I deserve.
I didn't want you to find out like this, but not only are you a harlot, you're also a gazelle! You're only ever going to get high regards from a deer when you're sitting on top of them.
If you don't quit spewing crap right now.
No, let him. He's speaking from experience, see? Who wouldn't respect a filthy bard that wasted his future singing the praises of a hanged deer when he plays the flute better than the strings?
I may be filth, but you aren't even a speck of dust.
Let's just find a way to get you home safe, Sep. Gyoff's ain't no place for a sane person.
Yes, go back to your gilded cage. Drink your fat ass to sleep and let the adults handle the rest.
I can't
Ouch.
go anywhere. I've been kidnapped. I've surely been tied up and locked, my fate resting completely in Captain Adder's wandering hands. Oh, how the tables turn. It was usually the other way around, wasn't it?
I didn't. She was the one who. It's all lies.
Trying to embarrass me with such pitifully immature tales? That's hardly a story. If you heard the things he mumbles to himself at night when he thinks I'm sleeping, you wouldn't be able to look him in the eye again.
What are you talking about?
They can hardly be worse than the things he said in my bed.
Go back to arguing, please!
Well, it sure looks like a hostage situation in here. There's nowhere to run when it comes to Thar's kids, Adder.
Illigrab, hello. I think we'll continue from here in the next episode. I'm not sure how far we'll get in it, but I think we ought to be able to get pretty close to the point where they go into the temple. So yeah, for now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.